think as we go through today, I think sort of one of the constants that you'll see among the partners that are sort of the Casey partners, as it were, is sort of the topic of reentry. And that's the sort of the reentry of formerly incarcerated men and women back to their communities and reconnecting with their families. So I thought that I would spend a couple minutes now talking about how we as a foundation got to this focus. And it began maybe about, I don't know, 7 years ago or so. No, actually it was more than that. Shortly after I came to the foundation in '94. And I went to a conference, and I believe that's when I first met Cheryl. And Todd Lending came up to me, and he was sort of pitching an idea about No Time to Be a Child, which was a sort of a look at Chicago, family in Chicago.
And Todd has just walked in.
See, I can summon him up just like that. And aside from the fact that you'll see he's cute as he can be, the timing was not right, for us. We had done a lot of sort of building awareness about the subject of kids in disadvantaged communities. And what we were looking for as a foundation was, okay, now what? So we didn't fund that particular piece, but several years later, Todd came back with sort of trailer about this new documentary that he was working on called Legacy. And this speaks to, the right time, at the right place. We were at that point trying to figure out ways to put a face to this new initiative that we were doing called Making Connections. And essentially it's, how do families in disadvantaged communities connect with those resources that help them become productive, help their kids become productive members of the community. So Legacy, what he showed was something that had all the promise, I thought, to speaking to that. And I'm going to show you now sort of the tail end of that documentary. You'll be receiving at the end of today sort of a piece, sort of a module, an outreach module that we produced on Legacy. And so you'll see a little bit more of it. But this is the end of what became a really monumental production and outreach activity for the foundation.